There's an unparalleled thrill that comes with trout trolling in Canyon Lake. Imagine a captivating expanse of water nestled in the heart of nature, its surface shimmering under the warmth of the sun. This is Canyon Lake, a haven for outdoor enthusiasts and, more specifically, a paradise for trout anglers. The lake is teeming with trout, their silvery bodies darting beneath the surface, elusive and tantalizing, adding to the exhilarating challenge of the catch. The thrill of the chase, the anticipation of the bite, and the satisfaction of reeling in a beautiful trout make this a truly unique experience. But what makes trout trolling in Canyon Lake even more exciting is the use of a dodger and green power bait, a combination that has proven successful time and time again. It adds an extra layer of strategy and skill to the pursuit, enhancing the overall experience. And today we'll dive into the step-by-step guide on trolling for trout in this magnificent lake using a dodger and green power bait. Before we delve into the specifics of trout trolling in Canyon Lake, let's take a moment to sit on this log and chat. Trout trolling is more than just a hobby, it's a lifestyle, a passion that many of us share. My own journey with trout trolling began years ago on a similar lake under the guidance of a seasoned angler. I remember the thrill of my first catch, the weight of the trout on the line, and the satisfaction of reeling it in. I was hooked, pun intended. Over time, I've had the pleasure of experiencing the joys and challenges that come with trout trolling. The anticipation of the bite, the excitement of the chase, and the satisfaction of the catch are always exhilarating, but it's the unexpected moments that truly stand out. Like when a seemingly quiet day on the lake turns into a flurry of activity as a school of trout decides to feed, or when a particularly crafty trout manages to steal the bait, leaving me with an empty line but a great story to tell. These moments, coupled with the tranquility of being surrounded by nature, make trout trolling a truly rewarding experience. But enough about me. We're here today to explore trout trolling in Canyon Lake, a place that promises its own unique adventures. And with that, let's dive back into the specifics of trout trolling in Canyon Lake. Before we start, preparation is key. As we embark on our trout trolling adventure at Canyon Lake, it's essential to remember that a successful expedition begins long before we cast our lines. Just like in any outdoor activity, preparation is the cornerstone of a fruitful fishing trip. First and foremost, checking the weather forecast cannot be overlooked. Mother Nature can be unpredictable, but a quick glance at the forecast can provide valuable insights. A sunny day with a slight breeze is ideal for trout trolling. The light wind stirs up the water surface, disguising our boat's movement and making our bait more appealing to the trout. So before you set your alarm for the crack of dawn, make sure the weather is on your side. Next, let's talk about attire. Dressing appropriately for the weather and the activity is crucial. Layer your clothing to adjust to the changing temperatures throughout the day. A waterproof jacket is a must-have to protect you from unexpected showers or the occasional splash. Don't forget your hat and sunglasses to shield you from the sun's glare reflecting off the water. Now, onto the gear. There's an old saying that the right tool for the right job makes all the difference, and this certainly applies to our trout trolling expedition. The star of the show today is a dodger and green power bait. The dodger, a type of fishing lure, creates a tempting motion in the water, attracting our elusive trout. The green power bait, a synthetic bait, is highly appealing to trout, with its bright color and enticing scent. Pairing these two together is a proven strategy for a successful trout trolling adventure. Finally, pack your essentials: sunscreen, snacks, plenty of water, and a first aid kit. Remember, we are guests in nature's domain, so let's respect it by practicing leave no trace principles. With everything set, it's time to launch the boat and begin the adventure. Now let's focus on the main actors of this expedition, the dodger and the green power bait. In the world of trout trolling, these two elements are vital. Let's start with the dodger. What exactly is it? Well, a dodger is a type of fishing lure. It's a flashy device that adds a little bit of pizzazz to your fishing line. It mimics the movement of a small fish, attracting the attention of the trout. The dodger is usually made of metal and has a reflective surface, making it visible even in the deeper parts of the lake. Now, onto the green power bait. This is not your average bait. It's a dough-like substance that you mold onto your hook. Its unique scent and flavor are designed to entice trout. The green color is especially effective in Canyon Lake, where the local trout have a particular fondness for it. So how do we set up these two important pieces of our trout trolling ensemble? First, you'll want to connect the dodger to your fishing line. Make sure it's secure and check that it moves freely when you pull the line. Next, take a small piece of the green power bait, about the size of a marble should do it. Mold it around the hook, making sure the point is well covered but still sharp enough to catch the trout. Now, it's time to combine the two. Attach your power bait-laden hook to the dodger. The distance between the dodger and the hook can vary, but a good starting point is around 18 inches. This setup allows the dodger to attract the trout with its flashy dance, while the green power bait seals the deal with its irresistible scent and taste. With the dodger and power bait ready, we can now cast the line and wait for the magic to happen. Remember, patience is key in trout trolling. Sit back, enjoy the beautiful surroundings of Canyon Lake, and let the dodger and green power bait do their work. Casting the line in trout trolling is not just about tossing it into the water. It's an art, a delicate dance of technique and strategy, patience and observation. Today, we're diving deep into the art of trolling for trout, so grab your fishing gear and let's get started. Casting the line is the first step, but it's not as simple as it seems. It's about precision, about finding that sweet spot in the water where the trout are likely to be. You want to cast your line at a distance where you can maintain control, but also far enough to reach the trout. It's a delicate balance, but with practice, you'll find the perfect casting distance in no time. Once your line is in the water, speed becomes your next focus. Trolling for trout isn't a high-speed chase, it's a slow, steady journey. The ideal trolling speed is somewhere between 1.5 to 2 miles per hour. This keeps your dodger and green power bait moving at a pace that's enticing for trout, not too fast to scare them off, and not too slow to bore them. Observing the rod tip is crucial. It's your window into the underwater world of the trout. The movements of the rod tip can tell you if the trout are biting or just investigating your bait. A steady, rhythmic pulse means you've piqued their interest. A sudden, sharp tug, you've got a bite. Learning to read these signs is vital in the art of trolling. Reeling in the trout is the climax of your trolling adventure. But remember, patience is key. You don't want to start reeling in too soon and risk losing the trout. Wait until you're sure the trout has taken the bait. Then with a quick, firm tug, set the hook. Now it's time to reel in. Maintain a steady pace, keeping the line tension constant. Before you know it, you'll have your trout. But the art of trolling for trout isn't just about the catch. It's about the chase, the anticipation, the thrill of the hunt. It's about being in nature, in the middle of the beautiful Canyon Lake, surrounded by peace and tranquility. It's about the joy of mastering a skill, of learning to read the subtle signs of the underwater world. And it's about patience. Trolling for trout requires a lot of it. From casting the line to reeling in the trout, every step requires patience. You need to wait for the right moment, the right sign, the right tug on the line. But trust us, it's worth it. The thrill of finally catching that trout, of seeing your patience and observation pay off, is incomparable. Remember, the thrill lies not just in the catch, but also in the chase. So take your time, master the art of trolling for trout, and enjoy every moment of it. After all, isn't that what fishing is all about? As we reel in the line and the day comes to a close, let's recap on what we've learned. Indeed, the thrill of trout trolling in Canyon Lake is incomparable. It's not just about the catch, but also the beauty of the lake nestled amidst the canyon, the tranquility of the water, and the excitement that builds up each time the line tugs. Preparation has been a crucial part of our adventure. We've learned that it's not just about having the right gear, but also knowing how to use it. We've covered everything from picking the right fishing rod to understanding weather patterns, all vital to ensuring a successful fishing trip. A significant part of our discussion was the use of a dodger and green power bait, a winning combination when it comes to trout trolling. The dodger, with its flash and vibration, attracts the trout, and the green power bait, with its irresistible scent, makes them bite. It's a game of attraction and deception, and mastering it is a sure way to increase your success rate. Then we dived into the art of trolling for trout. It's about more than just throwing your line in the water and hoping for the best. It's about understanding the trout's behavior, knowing where they're likely to be at different times of the day, and adjusting your trolling speed to mimic the movement of their prey. It's a dance between the angler and the fish, a test of patience and skill. So as we come to the end of our adventure, remember that trout trolling in Canyon Lake is more than just a hobby. It's an experience that teaches you about nature, patience, and the joy of reaping the fruits of your labor. So pack your gear, head to Canyon Lake, and experience the thrill of trout trolling for yourself. Until next time, may your lines be tight and your catches plentiful.